Hello everyone, I'm Lin Zhong-jun, the Director of the Management Software Service Department. Today's 30-minute video will help you quickly understand OMFLOW, its design concept, purpose, and use cases. After watching, you'll also understand OMFLOW's competitiveness and sales opportunities. If more detailed information is needed, please contact the OMFLOW PM or ask the Technical Center. Please understand there are 3 kinds of process engines on the market, and each is suitable to different customers. The most common is used in non-IT fields. It's called Business Process Management, or BPM for short. BPM is often related to human processes like sign-off systems and ERP. This human and task-centric software has been in development for a long time, and there are quite a few vendors and products. Another is called the Automated Process Engine. This type is primarily interfaced with equipment, systems, and software. It usually handles automatic repair after an abnormal condition is detected. It also does automatic installations. Often based on its automated scheduling functions, the Automated Process Engine performs repairs and notifies staff as it handles abnormalities. This is currently the most powerful process engine and has the most business opportunities. The last type of process engine is used by program developers. It generally uses configuration files to define the process and helps reduce program development time. Using the process definition, it determines the sign-off or the direction of the program, and it's a big advantage. As customer requirements change in the process, there is no need to modify code. We expect even data flow and data processing will soon be completed by this type of process engine. We must remember that these 3 types of process engines belong to different software, and their design and use methods are also completely different. Now, with this basic understanding of the process engine, let's examine OMFLOW more carefully. OMFLOW is quite special. Unlike the more specialized engines that I've just described, OMFLOW includes advantages of all 3 types of process engines. Traditional BMP lack automation. They focus on the sign-off checkpoint, and there's the automation process engine, which lacks human and task-centric elements, only handling task dispatch and automation among equipment, systems, and software. Finally, the workflow engine. It doesn't even have a user interface. Syscom developed OMFLOW to fit our customers' needs, combining the 3 types of process engines into a single solution. Now with OMFLOW, users fill out application forms, wait for approval, then perform the task of system integration. Let's illustrate this with a frequent client-side scenario. Network management needs to handle a firewall activation application and some other requirements. Usually, the client applies for the needed repairs via BPM. Again, via BPM, once the network manager approves the request, the task is executed, and finally a reply is submitted using BPM. Let's do this again, this time with OMFLOW. First, OMFLOW replaces the repair application system. Users apply for services. The network manager completes the settings after confirmation. Next, with OMFLOW's hybrid nature, the network manager also receives the application form from the BPM system to complete the automation command for network management. OMFLOW replaces shortcomings of existing products and integrates with existing products. Customers are quite surprised and quite interested in this concept of hybrid process. Let's talk about the advantages of R&D units using process engines instead for back-end Program development. For example, Syscom's talent pool is now online. Resume data is captured with the process engine, from where human resources controls the resume throughout the hiring process. Only 5 working days were needed to complete this project. What's more, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Syscom introduced an online credit card system, completed in a single working day. That's what's possible with OMFLOW. The advantages of OMFLOW don't stop there. Let's talk about OMFLOW and user experience. Our easy installation supports multiple platforms and a container version. Previously, regardless of the process engine, only engineers and technicians were able to adjust processes. With OMFLOW's drag-and-drop forms and processes, most anybody can design processes after minimal effort. For system integration, we also provide monitoring functions, data collection functions, and powerful integration capabilities to work easily with hardware and software. Once designed, the process can be packaged and sold as your own application product. Even without developers, you can develop products using OMFLOW. So what kind of customers are interested in OMFLOW? First, Syscom's own employees are benefiting from OMFLOW with reduced daily workloads. The intuitive and WYSIWYG process engine also allows customers to control their own IT services and processes. Customer groups have experienced the best response and shown the most interest in OMFLOW. For general corporate users, application processes, and so on, OMFLOW's drag-and-drop design is also quite advantageous. We've been interviewing customers, and by the end of those interviews, we've built on-the-spot OMFLOW systems to meet their needs. Customers have been quite surprised. We feel that OMFLOW is definitely stronger than other process engine products on the market. The same visualization and WYSIWYG process engine helps reduce R&D and development time and maintenance costs. The API is created while forms are built using drag and drop, and the scheduling function is also built in, just like the talent pool and online card swiping in the previous example. The speed of development accelerated by the process engine is frankly amazing. OMFLOW has 3 modules. Your tasks are displayed here, and most operations can be handled here as well. Service requests allow administrators to design services that users can apply for in a drag-and-drop manner. You can provide different services for different roles. Both My Tasks and Service Requests support the mobile app. So as you design the service request, mobile app development is completed simultaneously. The process engine is at the core. OMFLOW directly executes the most popular Python programs. Regardless of AIP calls, software and hardware virtualization device SDKs provide Python templates. We embed these, giving OMFLOW the power to easily integrate with all kinds of equipment. And remember our WYSIWYG process engine design function. The data collector disperses load while collecting system performance data. You can also receive data externally from OMFLOW. The data collector also provides a policy delivery function, such as programming a policy with the performance you want to monitor and sending it to the collector for monitoring. The collector then monitors and calculates according to your settings. In other words, the collector is an OMFLOW agent. Now let's see how OMFLOW is a program development tool. Using OMFLOW's form design tool, program developers can quickly design forms. Think of the table as a data table, and it can be completed with OMFLOW's drag and drop. Each data type has its own API and processes. Use program logic to complete the process, whether it's interaction between data or the reference. In this mode, program developers focus on user experience development and use the OMFLOW interface to provide services. The mechanism behind account management and authority management can be directly managed using the role authority control mechanism built into OMFLOW. In fact, development teams can reuse project processes, further increasing development speed. With the web page or the mobile app, automation is key to OMFLOW's design concept. From user self-service to review and approval process, to the automatic serial connections from the terminal to the back end. Automate complicated tasks, recording, and achieve standardized operating procedures, even when using self-service. When an abnormal incident occurs, the decision-making supervisor can approve and initiate emergency response measures anytime and anywhere throughout the app. Not to mention our process design interface, where users can adjust the design process themselves. This significantly increases the speed of abnormal event processing. When the enterprise uses OMFLOW, in addition to the convenient form flow design function, OMFLOW also has a built-in organization chart function, and companies can use drag and drop and graphical methods to define corporate organizations. Everything you see is what you get, which makes the change and construction of business processes very fast. This is why we are so confident and say it only takes a day from the beginning of an idea to the completion of a process. There's even a chance to define the process while having a meeting, and the first version of the process will be completed directly after the meeting. Finally, OMFLOW Mobile is an application on Apple's App Store and Google's Play. Both rental and enterprise license users can use this app to connect to OMFLOW. The service request you designed on OMFLOW will be directly presented in the mobile interface, and users can apply for the service conveniently. The tasks you need to deal with can also be seen synchronously on the mobile app and can be operated directly. So when new services are launched, there's no need to develop or modify apps. Just use OMFLOW Mobile. Of course, OMFLOW Mobile also supports biometric login, so everybody can use it. The next step is easy. The introduction of OMFLOW software screen. Through the screen, you can understand the operation of OMFLOW more clearly. The first is My Task. This is the place to focus on the tasks that belong to you. When a case is assigned to you or a group you belong to, you can see those tasks in My Mission. In order to make the operation more convenient for users, the quick operation on the right allows you to complete the specified action after clicking the button. You can also choose to click on the task and fill in the detailed information. The function of the service level is to measure performance. The service level can be defined in terms of the value in the form or the processing timeliness of the form. For example, if an abnormality occurs on the received website, it must be repaired within 2 hours. When it exceeds 2 hours, it will violate the service level agreement and become a red light. OMFLOW's form design function allows adding any fields needed. OMFLOW's process design function is also designed with drag and drop. Its intuitive flowchart method makes designing standard charts truly easy. The scheduling function executes processes according to your settings, such as single or periodic execution. Using process scheduling is different from traditional script scheduling. Complex processes, judgments, continuity, and relevance are all integrated with scheduling. For example, you can define database backup. When the backup is successful, it will be completed. When the backup fails, it will send an order to the administrator for manual operation or start an automated alternative backup solution. OMFLOW can also be used as a tool for maintenance and operation management. installed on the host, and then through agent or agentless, it will collect performance data or other information. Next, the process engine performs a defined process operation. We hope that this video has provided a useful introduction to OMFLOW. If you have questions, please contact our OMFLOW product manager. Thank you.